The second place of the Lancaster International Classical Guitar Festival is given to Scott Porter. And finally, I will have to say the prize winners tonight will perform one piece for you before the duo semi-lexis tonight. So the first prize is given to...
I'm Marcia Engler, and I'm the guitar professor at Millersville University.
I'm Rebecca Achenbach, and I'm a private voice teacher and conductor, ex-performer.
I'm Jeremy Harding. I'm helping Ernesto out with the Institute here in Lancaster. I'm a performer and a teacher of classical guitar.
Are you guys excited about hearing these 7 young men?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's going to be very exciting to hear all the interpretations of the set piece, Ernesto's piece, and I think it will be a great first festival and competition in Lancaster. Hopefully many more to come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cool. And then, yeah, tomorrow the finals, and tonight, this afternoon a masterclass, right? And then a concert both tonight and tomorrow.
That's correct.
And some workshops tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. So
Oh, cool.
something nice for everyone.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I'll probably check back with you guys later when there's more maybe to dish.
Yeah.
That's great. Good. Thanks.
Congratulations, Ernesto. I know this is a wonderful festival that has been going on here, but it's the first year for your guitar competition that brought in international players. How did you come about deciding to have a competition at this guitar festival?
I wanted to encourage the young players. I wanted to bring a prize to them to recognize their talent and to enhance their careers. You know, there is a lot of wonderful young guitarists around the world, and I wanted to open this competition for everybody. The rules were very simple, you know, 20 minutes of free music, and there was one set piece, and that brought a lot of good players. We had applicants, and we selected semi-finalists, and then I was not myself involved for ethical purposes at the competition, but I heard from from people saying, wow, you know, the level is very high, and indeed, you know, we the day of the final concert, the prize winner performed the first movement of the Turina Sonata. I believe it was the sonata, and he did a marvelous job, and so I feel very honored that at the end, the whole idea of bringing young players to compete and to win these 3 prizes. The first prize was $3,500. The second prize was $1,500. The third prize was $1,000. I was very pleased, and in the other hand, I will say that for Lancastrians, the people who live in Lancaster County, it was also an opportunity to see young people involved in the classical guitar. Meaning, you know, a 20-year-old, a 25 professional guitarist who just graduated from a conservatory and has a good level of playing. And to me, that was very important, to present to Lancaster that there is a world up there. And they really had a great impression because of the competition and presenting the winner of the final concert. So I thought it was marvelous. And so it was an idea that it got accomplished, and it did. I think it went very well for everybody involved.
Well, it's good to talk to Scott Borg, who just played. You made the finals,
Yep.
and you went second. How do you feel about it?
I feel really great. I think that everything went really, really well. I think that I got what I wanted to get out of the pieces, and really, apart from all of the notes and everything like that, one of the main things is that you really just want to bring your own personality across in the pieces, and especially the set piece, which is a great way to really kind of, I'm not going to say separate yourself from everyone else, but more of a way of really kind of showing your own personality. Like, everyone obviously has their own individual ways of playing their own pieces, which they know very, very well. But, having a set work where we all have a limited amount of time to work on it, that's when I think that people's personalities really shine.
How important is this sort of thing, competitions for young people and for musicians? I mean, this is obviously a nice prize.
Yeah. Like, competitions are very kind of, they're very important. I think, like, there's always the things about competitions, you're not sure what the judges are looking for. Sometimes people believe that they make the wrong decisions. But, overall, like, competitions are very, very important, mainly because of the networking, I think. You get to meet a lot of wonderful people. You get to meet luthiers, people that own guitar stores, string makers, and, everyone kind of, and you just kind of get immersed in that kind of guitar kind of world. Obviously, winning a competition is a really wonderful thing. It does, I think that, it adds a sense of credibility, but like it also kind of, it kind of really helps the performer. I think kind of make it not worthwhile, but, kind of to gain the recognition of the work that they're actually putting into it. But yeah, obviously the competitions are very important, to get recognized and, to get noticed, and then from that, future concerts, like one of the great things about this competition, rather than just the prize money, is that there's a return concert next year, which is, one of the best aspects of it.
Yeah. I guess I'd end asking, I know as a violinist myself, sometimes violin competitions can be really cutthroat.
Yeah.
You're not talking to people, you don't want to, piano competitions can be that way, But I get the sort of sense that you guys are all sort of in this together, that it may be a little friendlier in the guitar world.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a really kind of great sense of camaraderie in the guitar world. A lot of people who go on these competitions really already know each other, and then, people that we don't even know, like, I mean, I think that everyone's very open to everyone's, kind of, just the fact that everyone's there kind of under the same idea, and, and we really are there just to kind of meet people in general. And, the competition aspect, if we advance, it is kind of like a bit of a bonus. But, I know one of the competitors quite well, and I've just recently met the other two, and, they're all absolutely fantastic guys. They can play the heck out of the guitar, and just wonderful people, and and I think that that's one of the amazing things about guitar competitions is the sense of camaraderie.
You performed on the first concert and had a wonderful Croatian guitarist, Ana Vidovic, to come, and then had a wonderful duo play Saturday night. Is that, and I think, while I enjoyed the virtuoso performances of everyone, I think there were some different styles that came about, and certainly some different histories, with this duo and you and Anna and whatnot. How is that to share with Lancaster? Is that one of the ideas of saying, well, there's not just one way to play the guitar, and this is the beauty of the classical guitar?
Yes, the purpose of bringing Anna, besides the fact that she is a very good friend of mine, and we get along very well and all of that kind of stuff, was she has a very unique style of playing the guitar, and she's very talented. I consider Anna a genius, a beautiful butterfly, if you will, for the classical guitar, beautiful flower that we all got as a present. And so her style is very unique, and she's very musical, and she's also a very pretty woman. However, she was invited by me because of her talent, and I wanted to show to Lancaster that there is a huge presence in the classical guitar by women, and it was fantastic. I didn't hear her play, but honestly, I don't have to hear her play. I know she's beautiful and a beautiful musician and a lot of colors. And she started the concert with a Bach suite that she had recorded when she was 19 years old. And to me, that as a guitarist, I feel very honored to have somebody at my festival that has such a great accomplishment early in life. And so besides the whole thing and the styles of playing, we had a wonderful time planning this, rehearsing. We played a small duo at the end, and it was great. I think our second rehearsal was right there before the concert and the piece, and it went very well. We had this energy between us, and I was trying myself not to look at Anna's face, because every time we look at each other, we smile. There is I think, a very good chemistry there, and also the pieces were a little different. I performed some of my own music, and I did the variations on the Mozart flute by Sor when she was doing Takemitsu, and she was doing Tedesco. And so I think it was a good balance to present it to Lancaster, and we had a wonderful time. I must add that in the afternoon we went for lunch with Herr Clare, and we had a wonderful time. John Clare is here, and very good friend of mine. So Anna, John, and I, we had a wonderful time.
Well, the next night, the audience has got to see this wonderful Italian duo, and not only did they do some classics, they did some incredibly fun things, and I think the audience was on their feet. I was sitting there, and I just felt this energy on the stage come out, and then it sort of returned back as everyone was giving them a standing ovation.
Yes, the Italian duo, I was touring in Europe, and I saw them perform. I think it was a year ago, and I said to them, I would love if you can come to Lancaster. The reason was at that time they were doing, they had some of these pieces and some Italian folkloric music. They featured more Argentinian pieces on this program, but as well as the Italian songs. I thought it was marvelous, because in order to promote the guitar, you need to, piece by piece, you need to educate your audience, and it's very difficult to create a guitar festival and promote a festival with, let's say, for example, a composer that I love, Leo Brouwer, or Roland Dines, which is, wonderful guitar composer. It's very difficult to promote it that way, so you have to give them the different styles, more the standard repertoire. And so the duo brought that also as well, the beautiful music and very passionate and dramatic, and early 20th century and stuff like that. So it was really cool, very kind of like a neo-romantic, if you will, sound. Would you say so?
Yeah, definitely, I would.
And so that was quite different, a little bit different from the previous night where Anna was playing Bach and I was doing sword and more heavy in some compositions that probably they have not heard before, like the Mario Castanudo Tedesco. You know, so it's a good balance, and I wanted the final night to be more, more relaxed, if you will, and especially with chamber music, I think two guitars brings another spectrum of another more colors, if you will.
Yeah.
Spanish Suite by Mario Ganci. He's a compositor, Italian compositor. Fandango e Danza. Thank you for us.
How important is something like this for the city?
Well, the city of Lancaster has a great art scene. It has a great visual art scene, but also a performing art scene. And this just expands on the performing art scene and takes us in an additional direction, not a different direction, but an additional direction.
I think I see something here just about every day as I looked at the calendar.
Well, if there's any complaint about the Ware Center, it's that there's too much going on and it's almost impossible to stay on top of it. But even beyond that, right down the street, a couple of doors, we have the Fulton Theater, which is the oldest continuing operational theater in the United States. It was all redone about 30, 40 years ago. We have our own orchestra here in Lancaster. We have a theater company, which is excellent, and then we have several independent theaters in the city that are excellent too. So the performing arts are well taken care of. The visual arts, there's probably 40, 50 galleries now in the city. But the performing arts, this adds an additional element to the performing arts that we haven't had before. To have classical guitar like this, it's another blessing, really.
Is it inspirational to know that we just had this awesome Italian duo here, and we had a Croatian guitarist and the fellow who's immigrated here from Cuba to bring all this sort of thing right here to Central PA?
Well, you know, it's I live a half a block from here, so I'm really spoiled to be able to go out and meet some friends for dinner a half a block away and then walk here. Awesome's a good word for it. It's not a word I use very regularly, but it's certainly a good word when you realize all the things we have here in a city this size. Lancaster really recently came out in the Gallup poll as being the #1 city in the United States for well-being on a well-being index. And the arts are one of the things that make people appreciate life and enjoy life, heightens the level of life, and heightens the standard of living and the quality of life. So this is a great addition to that.
How did you guys get involved?
We got involved because I was originally actually a piano student at the Academy of Music, so I got to know some of the faculty here, and I had heard Ernesto perform and was really impressed with his classical guitar. So I got to know him that way, and I was interested in supporting his endeavors with the Guitar Festival.
Yeah. How is this, do you think, for Lancaster to have it right here?
I think it's a wonderful event for Lancaster to have this and this quality of playing available to us here, and in this wonderful hall with the amazing acoustics, which I was really able to appreciate this evening, and a wonderfully diverse audience, age-wise, from all parts of the community. It was a wonderful evening.
Did you have any favorites?
I really couldn't say. I mean, it was all so wonderful.
Yeah.
I was impossible to pick one.
Are you looking forward to next year?
Yes. I hope it, maybe it can even be expanded beyond the 2 days that we have now, and hopefully we'll have more participants in the competition as well.
What would you say to other folks to help support this sort of thing?
I'd say for those who are guitar aficionados, this is the highest level of playing, and you will really appreciate it. And for those who haven't heard it before, come and experience something new that is really wonderful.
How does this sort of thing happen? Is this something that you sold Cuban cigars to fund? How does this happen to be able to bring world-class talent like Anna, like this wonderful duo that you saw in Italy that are constantly booked in Europe, to bring them here to Lancaster? How does this sort of thing happen, Ernesto?
I have been around I have been around many guitar festivals, and I have seen great musicians, and I don't know, there is something about chemistry. I talk to the musicians and I say, will you come to Lancaster? Will you come to Lancaster and let us know your arrangements, and we will try to accommodate. I think the passion of bringing the guitar and promoting the guitar allows me to persuade the idea with the performers, and then also having a vision. What do I want to present? I want to give the audience the first night, because it's the first night, maybe a little more the different repertoire, and I want the second night to have this artist who are amazing and in their expertise, and so having the vision is important, and then of course having a good team behind me that allows me to do fundraising and to put the whole idea together. One of the main motivations was the Ware Center. The Ware Center is a wonderful concert venue, if you will, kind of like a small Kennedy Center for Lancaster, where there is movies every night, and there is a marvelous concert hall for chamber music, a small chamber orchestra, lots of activities there, and the quality of the hall is unbelievable. So we have state-of-the-art facilities to execute this festival, and that was one of the main motivations. So I tell the artists, please come to Lancaster. You're going to have this amazing concert hall to share your music with the audience. So I get everybody engaged, and that is how it happens. But it's not just me. It's just the maybe the spirit of Segovia, and we dedicated this festival to guitarist John Williams, in part because of his legacy and his hard work to promote guitar music, good guitar music with great recordings for over 40 years, and that is also a motivation to teach, not to teach, but to bring this to the Lancaster area and say there is one more choice for this city to enhance the arts and culture. Just one more choice. You have the galleries, you have the opera, you have the symphony, you have a chamber music festival, but you also have a guitar festival. So it's important. I like to say that sometimes Lancaster is, to me, I feel like it's the new Austin. It's up and coming. The arts are very important, and so I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. What would you say to encourage someone to become a patron, to make a contribution, to make next year, and to make sure that this sort of thing, that there can be a second competition, and that it can be continued to bring amazing artists in to be able to be enjoyed by the whole community? Because what I saw was everything from very young people to old people. I saw people of different races here that were able to come and see it, but it didn't happen. It wasn't something that was a university event or your personal event. This was something that I know that kind of came together. What would you say to someone that might want to be interested in to participate in making it happen?
I would say to all patrons and donors that the main idea is to bring everybody together. Music itself is a way to collaborate and to enhance your intellect and to bring a new choice for young people to grow and work together. For example, we all like sports. I love baseball, but at the end, When you play sports, which is really fun and I like it, you are competing, right? You are competing, and when you have a musical festival like this, everybody, the artists, the audience, they're all working together. They're listening. They're enhancing the whole evening. So it's a wonderful experience, even for the competition in the musical field. It's a wonderful experience to see these kids grow, because they are on their own. They're just basically competing with themselves on their musical scale. So it's a wonderful opportunity for the city and for everybody to see creativity, to realize that we can be creative, and there is something more than going to work from 9 to 5. There is the arts, that you can sit down and listen to beautiful music and color, create colors in your head and be inspired.
And finally, I will have to say the prize winners tonight will perform one piece for you before the duo Sema Alexis tonight. So the first prize is given to Mark Edwards. Congratulations. I want to thank again everybody for being here. And I have a little. I don't know what I do with my game. See, by my performance tonight, you can see that I am better with the guitar. We have to thank our season partner, the Roger Associates. And finally, Marilyn, thank you for all your support. And please, now the first prize winner will play one piece for you, and I will announce you. Thank you for being here with me.
Do you think it's important for your son to be able to learn classical guitar and have these sort of events around?
Oh, absolutely. Just to see the different people from different countries coming here, the talent, and how much he could do if he keeps practicing and enjoying the classical guitar.